Good morning, grade 6.
Good morning, ma'am.
And how are we today?
We are fine, thanks. And how are you, ma'am?
I'm also good. Guys, it's fresh in the morning. Why do you look so sad? No, let's stand up. Let's stand up. Let's stand up. Says before up. Yeah. Stand up. Yes. So, as we know, we have been doing the multiple table. We have been practicing it. So today we're going to do that 6 times table. Is it understood?
Yes.
Is it understood?
Yes.
Okay, Petunia, we're gonna start with you. Can you please recite the 6 times table for me quickly?
6 times 1 is 6. 6 times 2 is
No, Petunia, just say 6,
6,
12.
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42.
Oh no, Petunia, taking too long. Petunia, please sit down, Petunia. Who else wants to give it a try? Who else? Laken. Yes, Laken, let's hear.
6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 56, 54, 60.
60.
60.
Yes, and that's 10, 11.
66, 72.
Very good, Laken. Here's a sweetie. And then you choose 2 friends that are gonna sit this one out. Please. Ayanda, allow Laken to choose. Okay, Shariska, you can sit down. You also get a sweetie. 2 friends.
Ayanda.
And Ayanda, you also get a sweetie. So Ayanda and Shariska sitting this one out. Let's see.
Thank you.
D. No, but you didn't get it correct. You only get it, you move on if it's correct. Very good, Laken. Thank you for that 6 times table. Very good. Tando, can you please recite for me the 3 times table? 3 times table. Quickly.
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33.
Those are very good, Tando. Choose 2 friends that you want to set this one down. 2 friends. Lise, you lucky girl. Lise. And Tumsile. Sit down. Boni. Can you please just tell me the 2 times table? Let's go, Boni.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24.
Very good. Boni, everyone give a hand for Boni. Alright, that was a lovely lesson. But now we're just going to carry on and we are going to be in groups. But before that, today's lesson is about fractions where we are multiplying and we are dividing fractions. Remember last week when we did multiplication of numbers, but then now we are doing multiplication of fractions. So now quickly in groups of, okay, not in groups, pairs. So quickly with your friend or in pairs, quickly just team up so that we can start with our group work. Everyone paired up?
Yes.
Everyone paired up, okay. Group number 1, here is your word sum. Group number 2, group number 3,
Thank you, ma'am.
and group number 4.
Thank you, teacher.
So quickly, before we start, here are the instructions. The instruction is that you read with your friend the word sum or the word problem and you solve it together, and then in the next minute, one friend will come here on the board and tell me the answer. Is it understood?
Yes.
Okay, let's quickly start. Solve it. Just giving you a minute. Just giving you a minute. Yes.
I don't know to.
Shariska, can let me know your whiteboards. A minute quickly. You just whisper to your friend. There's no need to make noise. Just whisper to your friend. Okay. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Seconds left. 30 seconds. Five, four, three, two, one. Done. We are done. Grade 6, focus. We're back here. Time is up. Lisha, your friend. Time is up. So now we're going to start with the first group. First group, please share with us. Just thank any one of you and share with us what was your word sum and your answer. So can you please just stand up, anyone? Yes, please read out your word sum as loud as you can and then give us the answer.
There are 24 learners in a class. If one over 3 learners are girls, how many blue jelly beans are in the packets? There's 16 jelly.
Is that correct? Does everyone agree?
No, yes, maybe.
Let's go on to group 2. Group 2, can you please stand up, any one of you? You read out your word sum and you give us the answer.
An action movie is 84 minutes long. If 7 over 8 of the movie is action scenes, how many minutes of the movie are the action scenes?
Okay, and how many?
73 and a half.
73 and a half. Okay. Group 3. Group 3.
There are 48 fleas on a dog. If 7 over 8 of the fleas are removed, how many fleas have been removed?
How many fleas have been removed? And what is the answer?
42.
42 fleas. Okay, and then our last group. Our last group. Anyone? Bongi and Lisha?
In a minibus taxi, there are 15 passengers. 2/3 of the passengers are adults. The rest of the passengers are children. How many children are in the minibus?
How many children are in the minibus?
10.
There are 10. So now that you have your answers and you remember your answers, do not wipe your whiteboard. I'm going to teach you how do we multiply fractions and how do we divide fractions. And then once you know the processes and the steps, you check whether did you do the right thing. Is that understood?
Yes.
So over here we have, what is the top number? If you have an answer, please raise your hand. B. The top number is called the numerator. And the bottom number, Layton?
Denominator.
It's called the denominator. Very good. But since we are multiplying, so over here we are multiplying 4/6 multiplied by a half. So another way to say 4/6 is 4/6. So now what do we do? Is there any numbers that have similar characteristics, or can we simplify the number?
Yes.
Yes, what is the answer, Ayanda?
4 and 2.
4 and 2. How can you make 4 and 2 more simpler?
You say 2 goes 1 time into 2 and it goes 2 times into 4.
Oh, 2, okay. So you did it the other way around. Okay, no problem. And this is 2. So now you have 2/6 times 1 over 2.
1 over 1.
Oh, sorry, 1 over, thank you. I want to see children who are awake. Yes, very good. Very good. 1 over 1. So now once we are here, can we simplify any fraction, either this fraction or that fraction, any less?
Yes.
Lihle, you look like you want to say something. How can we simplify it? Shariska, please help Lihle.
Then 2 goes between itself once and into
1.
3 times.
Very good. So now we have our new fraction, which is 1/3 over multiplied by 1 over 1. So now once is this, can we simplify both these fractions anymore? We can't. Once you reach this stage where you cannot simplify the answer anymore, we straight multiply. So this one, straight multiply. Numerator with the numerator, denominator with the denominator. Only when
You are done simplifying.
only when we are done simplifying. So now what is 1 times 1? 1 multiplied by 1? 1. And what is 3 multiplied by 1? 3. So what is our answer?
1 over 3.
But what's the other way of saying it? A third. Thank you very much, Lake, and that is very good. So this is how we do multiplication of fractions. So what is our first step? Quickly, let's remind ourselves, what's the first step?
Simplify.
We simplify. So simplify means that you check whether the numbers are similar or there's any similarities, and if there is, you simplify. Like in this case, 2 can go into 4, so this is called cross simplification. Is it understood? And then what was our second step?
Simplify some.
You simplify again, but then this kind of simplification is just called simplify. The other one is called cross simplification and simplification. Once that is done, what's the last step?
Cross multiply.
But why do we cross multiply here?
Straight multiply.
You straight, yes, thank you. But why do we straight multiply here?
Because we are done simplifying.
Because we cannot simplify the number anymore. And then you just straight simplify and you get your answer. Is everyone correct with multiplication? Any questions? Any clarity? Nothing. Yes, Dee?
Cross multiply if it's only just.
Very good question, yes. So it depends on what number or problem that you get. In this case, we are able to cross multiply because we had a number that had the same characteristics. But then now, if you don't get that, you can just straight simplify like we had here. So another method was simplifying the first fraction. Is it understood?
Yes.
You look so confused. Are you okay? You're fine. Okay. So this is the multiplication of fractions. I had D. Why are you eating a sweet? It's not break time yet. We here. So now we have, what type of fraction is this one? What type of fraction? Lihle?
Improper fraction.
Can anyone help Lihle? Yes.
Mixed fraction.
It's a mixed fraction. Why is this a mixed fraction? Yes.
Whole numbers and fraction.
Because it has whole numbers and a fraction. But now when we are multiplying mixed fractions, we want to change them to improper fractions. So now let us change this quickly. How do we change a mixed fraction to an improper fraction? Bongi?
Add the whole number to the denominator first.
You multiply the whole number with the denominator. So, but don't forget this. What is this? What is this?
Minus.
This means that this is a negative mixed fraction. Negative. But we don't mind that. So you just take your negative and you still write it here. But you solve your mixed number the way that we usually solve it. So what is 2 times 3?
6.
It is 6 plus 2.
8.
It is 8. So it's going to be 8 over
3.
over 3. And then the next one?
10 times
4 times 10.
41 over 10.
It's 41 over 10. Thank you, Laken. 41 over 10. So how do we solve it? You still bring down your negative number. And then now, are there any numbers that are similar that you can cancel? Yes, Shariska?
Ma'am, 2 can go into 8 and into 10.
2 can go into 8, yes. How many times does 2 go into 8?
4 times.
4 times. And to 10? 5 times. So now we have 4 over 3 times 41 over 5. Can we simplify both these fractions anymore? We can't. So what does that mean? We straight multiply. You still bring down your negative your negative sign. So what is 4 times 41? 4 times 41. You can use your whiteboards, yes. Use your whiteboards.
Teacher,
Unless you're a genius.
164.
It is 164. Very good, Lakeland. And then what is 3 multiplied by 5? 15. Can we simplify this improper fraction? Can we?
No.
Can we? Let us leave it back to how we found it, because our original problem was a mixed fraction. So let us leave this as a mixed fraction.
Improper.
As a mixed fraction. Yes, Shariska, focus. So now we change. How do we change an improper fraction? How do we change an improper fraction?
Ma'am, we see how many times the 15 can go into the 160.
And how many times is that?
No.
No, Petunia. How many times? Calculate quickly, you cannot do this mentally unless you're a genius. If you're a genius, then please give us the answer.
10. 10. 14 is never.
No, Laken. If 15 goes into 164, 32 times.
No, teacher. No.
Is it? Let me see the awake kids. Yes, let me see kids who are awake.
15
Yes.
times 10 is 150, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put another 15, it's going to be more than 164.
Okay, let us do the calculations quickly.
Yeah,
10 and what? 10 and what's the remainder?
14.
14, okay. Yes, very good. I just finished doing my calculation.
Teacher, am I getting this one?
Yes, very good. So it is, the whole number is 10. And what is our remainder?
14.
14 over.
15.
So this is our
Correct answer.
So this is our correct answer. Very good. So now quickly into groups of 2 groups. Does anyone have any questions about multiplication of mixed fractions?
No.
Does everyone get it? Is everyone okay?
Yes, ma'am.
There at the back, Shariska?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. So now we're moving on to division of fraction. Just like I've said, multiplication is the inverse of division, and division is also the reciprocal. That's the word. Reciprocal of multiplication. That means that if you want to check whether your answer is correct here, you can just divide it and then, yeah, we're not gonna go there too deep. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. But for now, this is the division. So with division, our first step is after the division sign, this. So the second fraction, we swap it. But why do we swap it? Does anyone know? Because we are trying to change this division sign to multiplication. So whenever you have a division sign, just try and change it to multiplication. But once you change this to multiplication, you swap the second fraction. Is it understood?
Yes.
So you keep 12 over 15 you put in the multiplication sign, but then the second fraction,
You swap around.
you swap around. So 5 becomes the numerator, 6 becomes the denominator. So now we are back to here.
Yes.
And we did multiplication. So now can anyone tell me, lead me through? Lead them. What am I simplifying?
6 goes into 6 once,
Once,
and it goes to 12 twice.
twice.
Ma'am, and 5 goes into 5 once.
Very good, yes.
And to 15 3 times.
3 times. So our new fraction, we have 2 over 3 multiplied by 1 over 1. What's the next step? Tando, you're very quiet. Tando. What's the next step? I further simplify. What am I further simplifying? Are they similar? Do they have the similar number?
No.
Can you just Petunia please help Tando?
You straight multiply.
You straight multiply because you cannot simplify the fraction any longer. So 2 multiplied by 1.
2.
3 multiplied by 1.
3.
So this is your answer. I even printed it out for you guys. Yo, the way I love you guys. But then this is the answer. Is it understood?
Yes.
So now quickly wipe your whiteboards. Because now we've finished with that. Just wipe your whiteboards clean. Wipe your whiteboards clean. Clean, clean, clean. Oh, okay. Then wait. This is very good. Here you go. I am waiting for complete silence before I carry on. Okay, let me just go quickly take my laptop or my phone because I want us to do a listening comprehension, okay? Okay, so now we finished doing the multiplication of fraction and division of fractions, but now I'm going to play you a paragraph. It's a listening comprehension. What are we going to do?
Listening comprehension.
Which means we?
Listen.
Which means we listen. So while you are listening, you just listen, and then I'll play it for you the second time around. But for now, just listen and have a sense of idea of what the presentation is about. Okay, let me just connect. So now let me just quickly connect my phone, and then we're all going to listen to what the paragraph says. Remember, this is a listening comprehension, okay?
Yes, teacher.
Susan is making a target for the beanbag toss at her school's fun run and carnival. The target is a short round basket divided into 4 sections. The player wins a prize for each section the beanbag lands in. There is one section that wins the player a rubber ball, the rest of the basket wins the player a teddy bear. 1. What fraction of the target wins the player a teddy bear? 2. 8 over 11 of 33 learners won the teddy bear. How many learners in total won the teddy bear?
So did everyone hear that?
Yes, teacher.
So now, what you want to do now, with your whiteboard, you are going to write, I'm going to play it again, and then you are going to write any key words, any key numbers, any key fractions that you hear, so that we can solve this. I'm going to take in your books for marking. So you first solve it on your whiteboard, so that if you make any mistake, you erase. Afterwards, you take out your mathematics book and you basically copy what you've written on your whiteboard so that I can take it in and mark it. Is it understood?
Yes.
So now listen for the one more time attentively so that I can start with the marking. All right?
Yes, teacher.